y'all like to address your mornings. Like when it comes to manifesting, just learning and knowing how to give yourself grace and other people. Like definitely other people, but yourself especially, because giving grace and just knowing how to forgive, a lot of things play big parts into it, but this is one of the things. Like it is a big thing that plays into it. And just one thing I learned on the manifesting journey is just that, on my headphone died, I got affirmations playing. One thing that I have been learning along this journey with manifesting and things like that is it brings up a lot of traumas. It brings up a lot of childhood things. It brings up a lot of things that contribute into how you are today as a person. And when you really start getting into like your self-concept and trying to really work on your self-confidence, that's when you see it popping up. And not even that, in situations where you have people that, you know, want to bring in SP, money, house, car, or whatever, you're going to start seeing how in some ways you have limited beliefs about yourself as well, and just certain things that you just been programmed to know, like your whole life growing up and stuff like that, or what people have instilled in you. You really start to see what it is that's within yourself that you really have to work on in order for you to shape yourself in a way to where as though when you are on the type of spiritual or manifesting journey, like those things help you recognize those things so that you can shape yourself into the person that knows that they have and can be and can do whatever it is that they want. And as many times as I thought I always had it figured out, it's always something more to learn, and it's always something more to heal. It's always something more to dig deeper about. Sometimes we can be very hard on ourselves, and I'm one person that I'm very hard on myself, and the more I dug deeper and realized like so many things that came up that I had to learn how to heal within myself. It's like I'm realizing I have allowed so many things to like hold me back just out of being used to operating in a certain kind of way, not seeing how it's contributing to the situations that I may or may not have wanted to be in or involved in at that time. I love this time in the morning because like, I don't know, I just love the sunlight. I like when it rains too, I'm weird. Anyway, you realize how in some ways, well, for the people that are able to recognize those things within themselves and really want to be a better person to, how can I say, to better themselves and to unlearn those patterns, it's just, you have to learn how to really forgive yourself as well. For even if you feel as though you allowed yourself to be in certain situations for so long that you should have never been in, or feeling sorry for yourself because like however you grew up or whatever the circumstances may be, you have to learn how to forgive yourself. You have to learn how to re-love yourself. You have to learn how to reprogram your mind to where as though you think highly of yourself. Like none of your situations make you who you are. They can make you who you are, but you don't have to let it make you who you are. But that doesn't even have to be a bad thing. It can make you into the person that you are today in the best way possible, because not everybody struggles the same way. Everybody struggles in something, but I feel as though in some ways some people know how to handle themselves a little bit more, a little earlier on than others may do, or know how to not let situations change their frame of mind or how they think about themselves or who they are as a person. So just learning how to, I hope I'm really making sense, because like I'm going off the top of my head and sometimes I gotta write stuff down and sometimes I could just go. I'm weird in my communication sometimes. Like sometimes I can communicate real good. Sometimes I just be like, all right. Just learning how to forgive yourself just plays such a big role, and I'm learning it with myself. Like I said, I'm currently going through some circumstances that are just not in my favor right now, but they are in my favor because at the end of the day, this is only shaping me for something that is meant to come into my life in a bigger way. And I'm at the point where that's how I'm starting to look at it, and I'm also at the point where I want to break habits. And I've been on a journey of trying to do this for a few years now. but never really had the strength to go within myself and really make myself pull it out of me. Like, I was practicing, but I wasn't really applying like I should have been. And you get to a point where even with yourself, you get tired. Like, you get tired of other people. You get tired of how other people treat you. You get tired of how things happen for you in your life. And you get tired of, for me, it's myself, because I'm the one that's allowing these circumstances to come into my life the way that they are, simply from the way that I'm thinking and from the way that I'm internalizing things that happen to me just in general, in any situation, and blaming myself and stuff like that. And I'm getting to the point where, you know, like, I'm tired of being that person. Like, what I'm trying to say is, when you getting tired of how other people show up for you in your life, or how your circumstances show up for you in your life, look at yourself. My circumstances don't have to be the way that they are. If I stay strong in my mindset and how I thought about situations, or how I allow things to affect me emotionally, physically, in any kind of way, and deciding to show up differently in that way, I have to change how I'm thinking about it and how I'm internalizing it in order for everything around me to change as well. Because if I'm thinking about it in a certain type of way that's not so good, how can I expect my experiences around me to be so good? How can I expect people around me to treat me well? I'm not treating myself well. Learn how to forgive yourself. Learn how to be okay with knowing that sometimes it is you holding yourself back, and taking accountability for that. Maybe going into why, even if it's going into old things, that it's going to bring up things from your past that you may not want to deal with, that you may not want to see, that you may not even want to touch on. But in order to build yourself as a person and to really learn how to change your mindset, forgive yourself and learn how to turn those things around and make it work for the greater, for your greater good. And like, just as much as it feels like, or it seems like things are falling apart, it really could just be all coming together. But this is just the way that it's playing out. This is just the way that it's happening. And trying to control everything and make it come out the way that you want it to come out, in the way that you want it to come out, it doesn't work like that. Let things happen how they're supposed to happen. And it's not always going to feel good. It's not always going to feel the best. It's going to be hard days. It's going to be emotional days. It's going to be days where you just want to give the fuck up. Like, you just want to give up. But don't. And I'm learning that it's, even when you are going through stuff, even when you are going through things and things hit you out of nowhere, like, it's not that bad. In that moment, it seems like it's so bad and it feels like it's so bad, but it's not that bad if you could just get yourself to start learning how to internalize it in a different way. And in a way to where as though it's always working out in your favor. I want to change, and I want to see a change, and I want to be a change. So you have to be that change that you want to see. And as much as I restarted this journey of trying to just do better, like, I just feel as though it doesn't matter as long as you never give up. Just don't give up. It doesn't matter how many times you have to restart. What matters is that you even have the willpower to even keep going and keep trying to restart, and not just letting it get you down to the point where you just stop. And I'm just feeling like I'm really just feeling like I'm ready for change. Like, I'm tired of saying that I'm ready for change. I'm tired of thinking about the change that I want. I'm tired of getting upset that I don't have it when I'm not being it. I have not found a comfortable way to end my videos yet. I'm still awkward. I do not know how to be unawkward right now. So I don't know. I'm just going to end the video.